Next step, colorizing. So if you go back to your composition and just kind of like fold this back up, it's less scary looking. And if you go back over to project, you can get back to your composition. It's a lot less scary looking there too. So this is where you were, effect controls. Now, let's make a copy of this layer. Control C, Control V. Perfect. Now you can see this by turning it on and off. I just turned my top one off, and here's my bottom one. Now to make this less confusing, we're going to rename the top one Alpha. Okay. And I'm going to rename this one Ramp. And I'm going to make a third one here and rename that one Color. Alright, so I'm just dropping that one down. Okay, let's go to Ramp. Make that the only one visible, and then go over here to Effects and Presets. Click right here on this button and say Show Animation Presets. Now there is a lot of presets here, tons of them. Let's type in Colorize, and there is a colorize called Gold Dip, and each one of these does something different. So what I'm going to do is take Colorize, drag it over, bam, instant fire. Okay, I'm going to uncheck that one, go to this one, drop the same effect on this one. So both frames should be exactly the same. Okay, on Ramp, I'm going to add one more effect, and you can see all these effects here. Again, just to make it less scary, I'll go like this. So the other effect is Glow. And I'll drag Glow over to Ramp. And then I'll set Glow to be like linear dodge. So hit F4, and this will give you your modes. I'm going to switch my mode over to linear dodge or classic color dodge. Doesn't really matter. Actually, let's go with classic color dodge. Now we also have a glow intensity. Gets a little spicy though. And if you don't like the classic color dodge, you can go to linear color dodge, and you might be able to get more tones in here. So now you get your reds and yellows and oranges all at the same time. Yeah, that looks cool. Very cool. For your alpha, what we need to do is make the background transparent. So what happens is you can toggle the transparency grid just to see if this works or not. And then on alpha, show it. And turn this into a stencil Luma. Now anything black is pretty much gone. Now in order to really see what I'm doing, however, I'm going to have to make like a layer, new, solid. I'm just going to choose like a color. Doesn't really matter what it is. Something that's not in this, so maybe a blue. And I'll drag this down. Oh, that's right. We wouldn't be able to see that either. Yeah. So let's go back to this one and hit delete. Go back to alpha. Uncheck this, and there we go. We could do that too. Now with alpha, it's all how you adjust this contrast and brightness. So I could adjust the contrast up, and I might be able to get more flames or less flames, depending upon what you want. So the top one doesn't have to be the same as the other two. This only states how the transparency works. So now I might be able to get a thicker, denser flame here in my transparency. Or if I played around with the settings, see, now I'm losing my transparency altogether. So I always go thick contrast and lowered brightness. Good. So that's step 2, is the colorization of fractal noise. And trust me when I say there's a lot over here that I didn't go into. The colorization process, they have all sorts of neat different variations, and each one of these can be tweaked in some manner. Alright, so let's go on to the next video.